You're listening to Pink Lady Presents, only on LA Talk Radio.
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh instead of cry. I'm gonna take the town and turn it upside down. I'm gonna live until I die.
Welcome to Pink Lady Presents It Ain't Over Till You Say It's Over. My goodness. Wow, that was Christopher, my dear friend Peter Parker's son at age 6 years old. Wow, Peter, you have to be so proud.
I am.
And the music did not go far, as you're going to hear in a moment. We are going to have Peter and his son on our program together today at this age. How old is he today?
Almost 35.
Almost 35. Wow. But I'd like you all to hear what singing means to me when I tell you that my dear friend Peter Parker here is a star in his own right. Peter, do you want to give us a couple of songs? Because I know they're going to love it.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Maybe this time I'll get lucky. Maybe this time she'll stay. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away. She will hold me fast, and I'll be home at last. Not a loser anymore, like the last time and the time before. Everybody loves a widow, so nobody loved me. Mr. Peaceful, Mr. Happy, that's what I long to be. All the odds are in my favor. Something's bound to begin. It's gotta happen, happen sometime. Maybe this time I'll win. Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loved me. Mr. Peaceful, Mr. Happy, That's what I long to be. All the odds are in my favor. Something's bound to begin. It's gotta happen, happen sometime. Maybe this time, maybe this time, I'll win. Oh yeah, maybe this time, maybe this time I'll win.
Woo! Wow, Peter.
Peter Parker.
Oh, absolutely fabulous. You ready for another one? Well, we are.
I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe, oh yes, I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why. I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why. I believe.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Dear friends, Mr. Peter Parker. Peter, we need you and your son back, and we'll make it soon.
And I want to make sure that our audience knows what you've been doing in support of our veterans and active duty military at our Los Angeles National Cemetery Memorial Day, performing with Pink Lady Presents with the We Are America program, 9 performances at the Madrid Theater. We are in debt. We appreciate your talent, and we, as a veteran of Vietnam War, I want you to know how much it means. And when I watched those veterans struggling to get out of wheelchairs and walkers to stand when you did, God Bless the USA, I'll never forget it. I know they'll never forget it. And I want to thank you on behalf of all of us.
It's my honor to do it for you.
God bless you, Peter. We'll be right back. Senior Star Power, we have a dream.
What do you think of the show?
I thought it was marvelous.
Oh my gosh, it was so inspirational and it was so entertaining.
I was so impressed with all the talent.
But what comes to mind immediately, I think of Tony Bennett, Lena Horne, Angela Lansbury, all of these people who are seniors, and hey, you know, the sky's the limit. It was a wonderful show, and I enjoyed it immensely. We enjoyed it, my wife and I, immensely.
Senior Star Power, we have a dream. Age is only a number, as you can see tonight. At any stage, one can still be vital, productive, creative, energetic, and entertaining. We have a dream.
That's Claudette, isn't it?
And it's coming. It'll be here soon. A year-round theatrical art complex for seniors. We have a dream, and it'll happen.
It's the greatest thing I've seen in months. I was so moved. And when a show can move you, that's the entire purpose of a show, of any entertainment, is to be moved emotionally. And they were all marvelous.
I loved it. It was great. I'd like to be up there with them.
He went away and you hung around and bothered me every night.
I remember seeing the show they put on last year.
Right.
It was so wonderful because most all the performers were all Broadway.
Well, I think any theater will benefit Los Angeles.
It's talent across the board, you know, but it's great.
Who told you you're allowed to ring him up a
We got nothing to hit but the heights.
Jackie, Pink Lady, has done such an amazing job.
We are back, and we are back with two gorgeous ladies. But first I have to brag a little bit. I, in 2005, thought that I was like the cat's meow, right? And I joined the Ms. Senior pageant. So, I won. I won Ms. Senior LA County of 2005. Let me tell you, it was a really fun experience, cute story. There was 23 people on the stage, and we were all mic'd. And I didn't think I had a prayer, because I don't sing and I don't dance like you lovely ladies. I did a monologue, to be or not to be. That is the truth. No, wrong. To age or not to age, that's the truth. I did that. And as I said, there were 23 lovely ladies on the stage who sang and danced, and they wore these sexy, gorgeous gowns like this young lady has on. And this is what I came in, because I didn't know anything about a pageant. So I was like, this is my Sweet 16 dress, right? And they said first runner-up, and they named her. And then they said second runner-up. Now, I had forgotten by this time that I was mic'd. So I'm saying, thank you, God, for giving me the chutzpah to get up before 750 people and do my thing. And I'm leaving the stage, because I was the tiniest, so I was at the end. And as I stepped down, the first step, I hear them say, and our winner of our Ms. Senior LA County is our own adorable Pink Lady. And I went, oh, you know the word. And everybody got up, you go, gal. Yay. So here I am, and I had to explain that because I have two beautiful ladies here today. Elvia, is it Elvia?
It's Elvia.
Elvia Harris, who is a Ms. Now, what was your?
My title was, I was first runner-up Miss Senior San Diego.
Wow. And now you are?
I am Miss Senior California Administrator, Director, Producer, CEO.
Wow, and look at her, she's adorable.
And they couldn't fit all of that on the ribbon,
No.
so
I made a dress.
I love it. And sitting right next to me is a young lady that I met when I auditioned for my show, We Are America. And on the stage walks this gorgeous blonde, and I said, I want to be like her when I grow up. I mean, unreal. And she opened her mouth and she sang with pizzazz and class, and as I said, sexy as all get up. And you got into our show, and we were so proud to have you. And then, tell us what happened, how you became Ms. Senior California.
Oh, thank you, Pink Lady. I owe you so much. Being in your show, We Are America, I was excited about it, but frankly, I was the rusty old singer. I hadn't done that. I'd been team baseball mom for my sons and PTA committee member and all these things, and I hadn't been singing and dancing in quite some time. And so when you cast me in your show, that was so exciting, and even helping me get some vocal coaching. So thank you, thank you. So that's what led up to this year with Elvia inviting me to come back, and I had never done pageantry before, and it was actually because of a friend of mine's teen daughter who had done pageants, and it was young Kiralee saying, Miss Rita, you ought to do a pageant. And I said, the boat passed me by years ago, Kiralee.
Never.
And no, she...
Remember,
They haven't arrived yet.
Exactly.
Right, Elvia?
Yes.
But it was a teen who mentored me. And so young Kiralee, she, talk about somebody so dedicated. She went for her vocal coaching classes, dance classes, acting coaches, and that summer that she and her mom stayed with me during pilot season, she landed a Disney show and a Nickelodeon, and currently now she's going to be on a CBS drama that she's got a recurring role every week.
Well, I'm saying wow to this young lady, but wait a minute.
But she encouraged me to study and work and learn and dance.
But also, Rita, you've been doing this for a while now. I mean, years ago. How did you start? Let's tell our audience.
Well, I started as a teenager singing, and I had the best agent who was like a dad to me. So I toured across the country.
At the Hyatt? Was that
right. I was
Hyatt?
on the Hyatt and Hilton chain circuit, and I was with a band. And then from the next step from that, I was invited to be an opening act for Harry Blackstone Jr. And I will not tell any of his secrets about the magic. Don't ask
please
me.
Don't.
He's such a talented man. And then, I made my way across the country and auditioned for Don Arden's Jubilee, which was the longest running show in Las Vegas. Big production show.
Now, let me ask you, how old were you at that time?
I was one of the older ones in that group. I had just turned 30, and all the new recruits coming in were teenagers. So I was considered one of the older ones. And so keeping that in mind, I returned to college. I was doing 13 shows a week, but I went to the University of Nevada at Las Vegas and enrolled in the radio TV broadcasting program.
Oh, wow.
And so while I was there, still doing my 13 shows, I got a part-time job as a news reporter. And then I was hosting a jazz show because I love jazz music. And one thing led to another, and I got an interview at NBC in Burbank. So I wound up leaving the show.
And coming into L.A.
Into L.A. and rolling into finishing up my degree and getting into radio.
Wow.
Yeah, second career.
Elvia. Where did you begin all this? Because you weren't just CEO of Ms. California. I know that you started before that. So tell me a little bit about that.
So I started in the beauty industry at 19.
Wow, great.
And so I've worked with many models, done many runway shows, and have always wanted to sing, always. And you have that time in your life where you're busy, raising a family, putting your little passions in the closet until the time is right. But what happened once my daughters went off to college, I decided to pursue my singing career.
never, ever too late. Am I
Never.
right? Ever.
If anything, it's so wonderful when you don't have to worry about your children. You don't have to worry about making meetings. It's all about you.
Right.
It's called my turn.
My time.
It's
Forget
my
the
time, my
peanut butter
turn.
and jelly
It's-
sandwiches.
Yes.
Right.
And so, and you know, you enjoy it more
You
when
do.
those
You
pressures
do.
are not with you anymore. You are actually so dynamic in your seniors. And what I love to do now when I have my preliminary competitions is bring in young women
Yes.
to judge
Yes.
that are in their 30s and 40s. You know, they're still babies because I want them to see how fabulous women are
Right.
in their 60s, 70s, and 80s and 90s.
The age of elegance
The
is what we
age of
always
elegance.
talk about. But I have to tell everybody, Elvia has a nickname. I'm going to tell everybody your nickname, okay? Her nickname is the Energizer Bunny. Would you like to tell everybody why?
Well, you know, when I do a project, I come in and I'm so up. And people think it's coffee. No, it's just because I got up today. I actually woke up and I have energy. And so it's just that simple, Jackie. You know, you just get up and you're so delighted that you have the ability to still think and smile and move and laugh. And
Now, you got some awards. I think it was the Latino
I'm a
award.
senior Amistad Latina, and that was brought on by a organization that does Latin women,
Right.
but also because I competed a lot in my career, put out fabulous looking women with all different hair colors and different
Like
clothing
that.
and stuff.
Like pink, maybe.
Yeah, for pink for sure.
And back to my to my Miss Senior California. I mean, I have
Oh,
to
my
keep,
goodness.
I mean, you just get in front of the mirror now and go, I am Miss Senior California. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, my sons at the pageant, my sons were there, and they're teasing me now because they called the fourth runner-up, the third, the second, the first, and in my mind,
what
I
did
was
you
thinking,
think? I have
I
to
was
know.
thinking it was this other lady who would be very, very deserving, and Elvia calls out my name, and I'm like, are you sure you didn't make a mistake? You know? And I'm looking up, and I'm just, oh my goodness.
She's looking up at the sky. I knew she was saying, Mom, look at me. I think that's what you were saying. Maybe
Something like that. I guess I was just, thank you,
Now,
Lord.
I'd like you to tell our audience, because there are many women out there who, and I know that Elvia will agree with me, who have kind of given up. And they say, wait a minute, now I'm 55 or I'm 60 and I'm 65. And, you know, I mean, it's over. You know, and my thing is it ain't over. How young are you?
I'm 66,
hello.
and I have to tell you, when I turned 60, and I am an empty nester, and my sons are, I love them, I adore them, and my new daughter-in-law, they are great, but I realized I needed to make some goals for myself.
Right.
So when I turned 60, I had never swam in the ocean. I'm from Missouri.
Oh, really?
I had
Okay.
never, no, the biggest body of water I ever saw was the muddy Mississippi. And I had never swam in the ocean. So I did that, and I learned to sail and snorkel.
This is
and
all in L.A.?
Yes,
Oh, okay,
yes. So
okay.
60 through 66, these are all the different classes that I took.
Good
And
for
the
you.
scuba diving, I never did get certified. I have a lot of anxiety
but
with
you
it.
still went.
I did, and I jumped off the boat, and I'm, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. But I had to try. And there's so many things out there that I never had an opportunity to try. So
Well, because you were busy working.
with my
right,
kids and
okay.
working and
Now you have how many did you
I
say?
have two sons.
Two sons. Are they
Right.
married?
The one he just married last summer. So I
Okay.
have a lovely daughter-in-law. And talk about prayers and blessings. That's always been one of my prayers for my boys, that they find someone that adores them as much as I do. And Dan and Jesse are perfect for each other. So now I'm praying for my other son, you know, and when he sees this, he'll roll his eyes,
You know
oh,
what
Mom.
they say,
You
there's
know?
someone for everyone. When the right time happens,
Mhm.
it does happen.
Yes.
Now, you were
Yeah.
telling me that when you hit L.A., Then you went to work for, was it NBC?
NBC.
What did you do for the NBC?
I worked in the legal department, and I was an administrative assistant. And the cool thing with NBC is that they encouraged us to continue our education. So they
really?
funded,
Okay.
right, so I could take classes at
Well,
Cal
they
State
pay
LA.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Cal State LA.
Wow.
Every semester I'd sign up for broadcasting classes. And then eventually I realized that sometimes you have to go out to come back in to advance in your career. And so I left there, and then all at the same time I met my husband. And
what did he do?
He was and still is a fabulous musician. I'm no longer married to him. Let me say that.
But he's still
he's
a
a
fabulous
fabulous. He was with Les Brown and his band of renown for years and years, and a studio musician. And he had an aspiration of becoming an attorney. So while I was going to Cal State LA, I brought home the LSAT test exam, so I encouraged him. So it was rough our first few years of marriage. He was a law student, and I'm finishing up my bachelor's degree. So Dan was my bachelor's baby. And then my husband encouraged me to apply for a fellowship, and I was fully funded to get my master's.
Great. Wow.
So then Brian became my master's baby. So no, I didn't get a PhD. I would have had probably another child.
Probably another, a third one.
There you go.
Maybe doctor
There you
or
go.
whatever. And then now I'm looking and I was reading some of the things. You work with some very high-profile stars. So tell our audience about that.
I think getting to sing with Pia Zadora and George Burns.
Oh, I
got to work with
what
him.
Was
and
Pia Isadora like? I mean,
she was very hardworking, very hardworking, and even sometimes as entertainers we put on a persona, being a certain personality or anything. But my experience working with George Burns and Pia, they were both very professional, hardworking people. And a dream come true for me was actually singing with Tony Bennett.
Oh,
and that
when was that?
This was when I first moved to LA, and I was on a circuit that I don't even know if they do these anymore these days, but companies would put on big events, and it was like motivation for their companies.
Oh, wow.
And it was neat. What do they call those? Industrials or something like that. It was pretty cool, and I was on that circuit, so I got to work with Tony Bennett on that, and he was so cool. He even autographed my album. I still have it hanging.
Did you sing with him?
Not with him, but like a warm-up act before him.
Okay, that's fabulous.
But it was.
And now Tony Bennett, as you all know, I think he's what, 80-something. 82?
92. Yes. And he's still going strong.
And still singing.
Yes.
Well, I remember him being at the Hollywood Bowl with Lady Gaga and him, which was genius.
A genius.
Yes.
Genius marketing.
Yeah, I mean,
Genius.
putting, shall we say, an elder statesman with someone of notoriety, and it just worked for both of them.
It was magical to put them together. So
and
wonderful.
also Christopher Plummer.
I was in my early 20s, and I had an opportunity to, I was just starting to get into acting, and so I was cast in a film with Elizabeth Montgomery and Christopher Plummer, and it was when the circus came to town, and Elizabeth Montgomery, it was a made-for-TV movie, and she was supposed to run away and join the circus. Okay. So I was one of the flying princesses working with Elizabeth Montgomery, as she was supposed to be a trapeze artist.
I mean,
don't you love show business?
No, but you've done so much in not a lot of time. I mean, literally.
Well, I'm blessed.
Young.
Right place, right time, meeting wonderful people, and like I said, my agent, Ron Ruff was his name. He was like a dad to me.
Wow.
And
now you also did. What was, explain to everybody, Angel Wings Production?
Oh, that was. That came about when I was doing middays at KKLA, which is one of the #1 Christian radio stations in Los Angeles. And because I love doing audio production as well, and I had done radio commercials for years, I started helping some of the smaller ministries out with some of their production, because the production quality, for whatever reason, maybe they didn't have a big budget.
Right.
So I started helping them, and I didn't charge anything. And before you know it, I started getting clients and then referrals. And after 5 years at KKLA, I had all this freelance business. So I decided that was the time to have my own production company. I did.
Wow. And how did you get the name Angel Wings? I love that.
Well, little angel wings. There, you know, in It's a Good Life, when the bell rings and James Stewart says another angel got his wings.
I love that.
And I felt like I was branching out, and
That's
I got
beautiful.
my little angel wings.
No, but that's beautiful, Rita.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you. It went well for the first year or so, and then I lost one of my mainstay accounts, and boy, was it humbling.
boy.
But I worked very hard, and then I got landed the job where I'm at now.
And that's where?
I work for an NPR affiliate, KPCC, at Southern California Public Radio, and I've been there 11 years now.
I think that's fabulous. Elvia, I
Yes.
know that you have something that you're very proud of that you've been doing for a while, and that is Sounds Divine.
Sounds
First
Divine
of all, it
vocal-
sounds like, like a food thing. Oh my God, that lobster roll sounds divine. But
or-
your Sounds Divine.
Did you hear his
little
voice?
different.
It sounds divine. Yeah, Sounds Divine
So
Vocal
tell
Jazz
our audience
Ensemble.
about Sounds Divine.
Sounds Divine Vocal Jazz Ensemble. Well, that was my dream, was to sing, and I didn't really particularly want to sing on my own. I wanted to make beautiful music in 3, 4, 5, 6-part harmony, which is what we do. And I
How
met
many in the group?
in my group. There's 6 right now.
Okay.
6.
And are they all Miss Senior?
No, actually, it's a male female. It's a mixed voice
okay.
choir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you start that?
In 2005.
And are they still going now?
Oh yes, yes.
And where do you perform?
We perform Humphreys in San Diego. We perform at private venues.
Great.
Just wherever. We've been in Orange County.
Is there a schedule coming up this summer?
We have 2 gigs scheduled in September in San Diego.
And where in San Diego?
One is called Prime Time, and it's put on by a Presbyterian church, and we're doing their luncheon.
Oh, fabulous!
And we do music from the great American Songbook. We do 30s, 40s, 50s, big band sounds, and we've performed in La Jolla at their concerts by the beach. Yeah, so
I think that's really.
Yeah.
I mean, the lives of. I have to be honest. When I was asked to be in the Miss Senior pageant, I was dating this gentleman. He said, "Oh, you have to be in the pageant. I mean, you're gonna win. I mean, I gotta sing. I don't. No. You're gonna be great." And I'm going, senior pageant. I mean, are they kidding me? I mean, it's like, no, I'm not gonna be. I mean, it's not for me. And then he said, no, you got the wrong attitude. And that was one of the first times that my attitude was wrong, because to do something different in life, go for it. Why not?
Exactly.
And I did.
Yes.
And I did. And I'm sure that you felt the same way.
Oh, I was totally out of my comfort
Well,
zone.
with me, I mean, now people like, Phyllis Lovett, who is she was like Miss Senior California,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes, she is.
Clyde Mahoney, all these people. Well, I never knew what it took, like, to wear and stuff like that. But when I walked in, these ladies were in gowns way up to here and out to here and sexy and good. And I'm looking like, oh my Lord, what did I do? But you know what? They made me feel so good. And there's a comradeship. Miss Cameo Club.
Yes, the Miss Senior California.
Please tell everyone about that, because
So
that's a beautiful way of keeping and
the Cameo
connecting.
the Cameo Club was created by Dr. Al Mott,
Yes.
who is Miss Senior America,
Right.
Mr. Senior America, and his wife Betsy.
Right.
And he did that so that we could, after we compete, still become, we call it the sisterhood.
Correct.
So, and from that club, we do fundraising, mostly by performing.
Great.
It gives all the women that love to perform a platform to perform.
Yes.
We have performed everywhere, and all of the monies that are raised doing our performances go back directly to Miss Senior California to help us with our preliminaries and our state pageant. And again, Jackie, as you know, California is the largest pageant in the country
Yes.
because we're the only state that does preliminaries. We have 5 preliminaries before we go to a state pageant.
I think
before we
that's
send,
good, though.
Before we
I
send,
do.
Yeah, well, we're a big state.
Yes.
And it is a little bit of work, but it gives you an opportunity to bring in a lot more women to try that maybe don't want to commute into
Right.
a certain area because it's not close. So, so the Cameo Club is really the support arm.
Now, how many members do you have?
Right now, we are sporting 46.
I think that's great. I'm a member.
You're a member.
I am
You
a member.
sure?
And that's the other thing. These women, I can remember a couple like Phyllis and all that. I was trying to put makeup on or whatever. And she said, wait a minute, can we help you? I mean, now these are people that are competing with me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're helping me put makeup on. And they're zipping me up and pushing this down a little bit, see a little more cleavage and all that. But I think that what it teaches the younger generation, that not only is it not over until we say it's over, but it teaches you that you can age with grace, with dignity, with pride, and teaching that to the younger generation, especially today, I think is fabulous. And now, Rita,
Yes.
would you please give us a song?
Oh, it would be my honor. I think that little earpiece
The little thing,
fell out.
Dove, can maybe will help you.
Let's see. It came off somehow.
Okay,
so-
well, we'll get it back
All
on.
right, there we go.
Great.
If it'll stay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do like a Gary Owens like thing and
And
hold
you're-
on to it.
You're going to hold on to this.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at that shape, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that Ms. Senior California. Oh, you're a beauty.
Thank you. Pack up all my cares and woes. Here I go, swinging low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is he. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. Oh, what a hard luck story they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye. Here's the little dance routine. Do, do, do. Bye, bye, blackbird. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand. Oh, what a hard luck story they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, 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 bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you.
I just feel like Gary Owens right now, holding that.
Sit back down. We have a
Oh,
few.
my
We have a few more minutes now. I want to ask you something.
Sure.
Your future plans. I know that you're going to have a busy time with this next year because
Yes.
now you represent and all that. But now you're going on to the next pageant.
Oh, my
for
goodness.
Ms. Senior America.
I know. Oh, Miss Pink Lady.
Sorry to
in
remind
Atlantic
you.
City.
No. It's exciting. It's very
Yeah.
exciting. Actually, in San Diego, the current Miss Senior America, Carolyn
Harden.
she was there, and we stayed at the
Oh.
same hotel and had dinner a couple times. She gave me some lovely tips.
Good.
But like what you were saying before, there's a camaraderie.
Yes, there is.
Maybe, I don't know, it's having confidence
Yes, that's
and
right.
believing in yourself again. And I think what happens to us in our lives is that we get beat up by life, and you have to. This is what's so cool about the Miss Senior America and Senior California pageants is that when I was in your show, We Are America, my adult sons had never seen me up on a stage like that before
Wow.
and in a production
Oh.
show. And they were so proud of me. I'm not going to cry here,
No,
but
don't
I won't
cry,
cry.
but I'll cry.
But it made me so happy to share my love of music and all the wonderful things that music has provided for me over the years. So I'm doing it again. And I
But
think
you see, that's what
this is about,
that's
to
what the
encourage
senior-
others.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because there are so many women out there at a certain point in their life, because you have to be 60 and over,
Mm-hmm.
that are going through a trauma, a loss of a partner.
Exactly.
A divorce, whatever it is, getting over a sickness or
Mm-hmm.
with cancer and everything. And all of a sudden, you give them something that they can walk out there and say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, look at
Well, we bring the
Look at me.
platform.
Exactly.
We bring the platform to their senior women and let them say, "Hey, baby, do it. Come here, have
That's
fun."
right.
Exactly.
have a
And
good
it's
time.
okay.
And you know what? I know many women that do this over and over again, not to win, but to show the world that they're still doing it. Mae West, my dear ladies, Mae West said it, and she said it so well. You only live once, honey. But if you do it right, once is enough. And let me tell you, my dear audience, once is never enough for these lovely ladies here. We wish you well.
Oh, thank you,
Ms.
Pink
Senior
Lady.
California. And you know what? We may come back with you, Ms. Senior America.
Oh, my goodness.
And I am so proud because I work
Thank
with you.
you.
I love you. We've been
Love
through
you
a lot.
too.
And you know what? Thank you so much. Elvia,
And thank
you.
you.
Well,
Thank you,
my
Jackie.
darling, for what you're doing for the women out there and the men, because you know what? When we're happy, you're happy.
You
That's
better
correct.
believe it.
That's the way
God
it
bless
works.
everyone. Thank you so much for watching Ms. Seniors in Pink Lady Presents It Ain't Over Till You Say It's Over. God bless.
Thank you.
You.
You're alive, so come on and show